Hello everyone, this is Chavi and this is part 2 of chapter Freedom Political Theory. Before we move on with chapter explanation, let's know about the topic which we are going to learn in this video. So our topic is freedom of expression, and in this we will understand that what is the exact and true meaning of freedom of speech or expression. In this, we will cover page number 28 till 30 of your NCERT book. Now we will learn that what is meant by freedom of expression. In simple, you can say freedom of expression implies freedom to express one's ideas either by speech or either by writing. One can express his ideas in a book, newspaper, magazine. These expression protects your right to express your ideas. It protects what you say, what you write, and how you express yourself. Even it protects your ability to protest, meet with other people, and organize. Now, might be the question comes in your mind, do I have the right to freedom of speech while I'm at school? The answer is yes. Remember, beta, you do not lose the right just because you are at school or a student. Sometimes school place limits on your freedom of speech only if your expression causes a substantial disruption at school or infringes on the rights of other student or school staff. Infringes over here means when your speech or expression infringes or interferes on the rights of other person, education, his or her physical or mental health, even when it threatens another person, or sometimes when you say untrue things that may harm another person's reputation if it was said in a vulgar manner. So, all these things we need to understand harms the principle of freedom of expression of others. There is one example given in your book that some years ago, Deepa Mehta, filmmaker, wanted to make a film about widows in Varanasi, and it sought to explore the plight of widows, but there was a strong protest from a section of the polity who felt that it would show India in a very bad light. Because of this, they refused to allow it to be made, and as a result, it could not be made in Varanasi. It was subsequently made elsewhere. With this particular example, we learned that at various times there have been demands to ban books, play films, or academic articles in research journal. Let us think about this demand. Is it justifiable? Remember students, freedom of expression is a fundamental value. As we had already learned, negative and positive liberty. The most important thing is we all need to understand the true meaning of freedom of expression. We should not use it in a bad way or a bad manner which harm other person. Banning is an easy solution for the short term, but for long term perspective of freedom in a society is wrong because once one begins to ban, then one develops a habit of banning. Even Voltaire made a statement regarding this. He said that I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to death your right to say it. How deeply are we committed to this freedom of expression? This we need to understand. John Stuart Mill was a political thinker and an activist in the 19th century Britain. He offered a passionate defense of freedom of expression, including freedom of thought and discussion. In his book On Liberty, he offered 4 reasons why there should be freedom of expression even for those who espouse ideas that appear false or misleading today. He explained, like, the first one is no idea is completely false. It means what appears to us as false has an element of truth. If we ban false ideas, we would lose that element of truth that they contain. Second point is related with like truth does not emerge by itself. And it is very true, students. It is only through a thorough conflict of opposing view truth emerges. Ideas that seem wrong today may have been very valuable in the emergence of what we consider right kind of ideas. Thirdly, this conflict of ideas is valuable not just in the past but is of continuing value for all times. Remember, truth always runs the risk of being reduced to an unthinking glitch. It is only when we expose it to opposing views that we can be sure that this idea is trustworthy. And finally, we cannot be sure that what we consider true is actually true. Very often, ideas that were considered false at one point by the entire society and even suppressed by the entire society, later they turn as true. So, all these four ideas, which were proposed by John Stuart Mill, were considered to be very important related with freedom of expression. This is all for today. I hope you understood the topic freedom of expression. This is your home task. Please do this work in your register and try to write the answer in points. In case of any further doubt, feel free to write in the comment section. Otherwise, we will discuss in your upcoming class. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Stay safe. Have a nice day.